Okay, we got a 2017 Nissan Titan Platinum Reserve, which doesn't have the electronic tailgate lock, which kind of blows because this is a pretty expensive truck. So I bought the kit. So here's the kit. It's part number 999M2-W3005. This is what they say you need if you don't have the kit. Now what I found out was if you have the Titan XD with the toolbox mounted on the inside, then it comes with the electronic tailgate lock. But unfortunately, the lower model, which is this one, which is weird, again, it's an expensive truck, you think it would have it. It's something Nissan needs to work on. But anyway, here's the kit all laid out on the tailgate. So you start off by taking out these, which are these things that hold on the plastic cover. And around the side, you need to pop these out. So we'll go ahead and do that and then open up the back. And these just pop out like that. Then you come over here and give it another one and then it'll pop right out. So there you go. If that even worked, I'm sorry if it didn't work, but that's kind of what it looks like. Pulls out, you're good to go. So when you remove the tailgate cover, the liner, this lifts up. And you have access to the internals. Now, one thing I'm going to see, hopefully, maybe this thing's already pre-wired and I don't have to do that, but we'll try it. And we'll see. I don't know, but we're going to give it a shot. So unfortunately, after doing some digging, this truck is not pre-wired for the electronic tailgate lock, which doesn't surprise me. Again, lower model truck. So this piece that I'm holding in my hand, which I'll show you in a second, matches up exactly from the kit. So there's that. It's just unclipping everything and then crawling under the truck. And then you got to go ahead and mount everything up. Notice that there's only, if I can see it, there's only one plug there. And there are two plugs right here. I apologize, this is my first video. So hopefully I'm doing it slow enough so you guys see it. So we'll see what happens. And there you go. So I'll move on to the next one. So it's really hard to do this without a tripod or something to hold the camera. But you can see in there, right here, there's a spot for a clip. Clip's on right there. There's another one that goes under right here where my finger is pointed. And then this slides off and unclips from this. But I want to point out this cord right here, that's for the camera. So make sure you plug that one back in. And then what you're doing after this is you're going to take this, goes all the way down in there. You're going to come over here and you're going to disconnect this clip right here. And then you're going to undo that, which is also it's just a snap in. And so when I get done with this, I will go ahead and pull that out and show you what it looks like. So, kind of got to fish it through underneath here, this whole section, and then it just comes out. You pull it out once you unclip everything, and then you just have to work it. Got to get that piece off, which shouldn't be too hard. I'll see how that goes. This is too easy. So there's a clip right here. You slide that back. If I can do this, this pulls out, and then you just pull this out, and there's your plug that you need to get to. If you can see that. So once you get that, maneuver that out, and there's your plug. Yeah, that was pretty easy. This clip right here, literally, sorry for the video, like I said, first time, newbie. This just unplugs, it's pretty simple, and you're done. And then this piece is out. This is the old, throw that there. And then we'll work on putting this one same way, You're going to start by putting this section right here through this hole, and you're going to fish it up through tailgate, and you're going to come out right there. So I'll go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so here's what we got. And again, apologize for my video skills, but hey, first time for everything, all right? Maybe I'll get into this. There's a plug that's coming off the harness from the new harness, and this is what's going to go to the actuator. And I fished everything through just like I took it out. Came back over here. This all buttoned up really nice, if you can see that. So now it's on to the rest of this fun stuff, which I'm actually going to have to break out the manual because, yeah, it's just what I've got to do. And I apologize for that, but let's try this. Okay, so working on this actuator, you kind of have to put it in over here, come down, and once you get it in place, it goes behind, if I can get it behind, and then it goes up on these two bolts right there. So, but what they don't give you, what they tell you to do is a little difficult. You have to mount this piece right here, under here like this, like that, with that little nut, or bolt, hex bolt, and they don't give you an Allen wrench. So I don't know what size this is, but my guess this is probably like a 4. I don't know if I can see it. I can't even see it. That's what happens when you get almost to be 50. But anyway, you put it together. It looks like I showed you, it looks like this. And then when I get to that part, I'll show you how it links up and how it bolted on. Okay, well, here's what it looks like. If you can see it, there's two 10mm bolt, or not 10, 8mm bolts. One here and one right there. And that bracket mounts behind this bracket right here, so you gotta kind of fish it around. Now, here's the kicker. They're telling you that you need to remove these two 10mm bolts, or nuts, excuse me, lift it off to try to move it around to get it pivoted over this, but this is so easily manipulated. I mean, you can manipulate it, it's not a problem. Just kind of gently lift up, pull it out, and then slide the mechanism over, and then adjust the screw right here, so that way when you're pulling it in and out, you know, it's super easy and it slides nice like that. Okay, so the only thing I've got to do left, what I have left to do, I should say, is plug in this, and then I can start buttoning up this tailgate, put the cover back on, and then climb under the truck. Okay, so other than running the wire up from the back of the tailgate to the front, what I'm doing now is kind of going out of order, and I'm removing the storage box. There's 4, it looks like there's 10 total, maybe 9 total, 10mm bolts that need to come out, and then basically it just kind of lifts up, and we'll go ahead and pull it out through the other side. And then when we're done there, then we got to come over here, fold the seat down, and then we got to remove all the clips out the back sidewall here, wherever that is. So I'll be right back. Okay, storage box is out. Now we're going to go ahead and it's best to take out the headrests. It's a lot easier, especially if you have your seats adjusted in the front. You don't want to deal with it, so take them out. Now we're going to come back here and we're going to remove this panel to access the grommet that I need to come up through. And it looks like we're going to have to take off this section right here as well. And then we're going to take off this panel right here. I'll be back. Okay, I want to point out there's a little grommet there, or a little spot for a grommet. This is the grommet right here, and it goes in right there. So pull that out, and then unclip your they call them D pillars, and there's a little right behind here. There's a plug. I don't know if I can show it to you, but we'll give it a shot here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a plug right there. There you go. So that's what you're going to plug into. So you have to unplug all this stuff. You don't need to pull the seat belt out. You don't need to do any of that. You don't need to take out the whole entire back cover. All you need to do is just unclip and pull out that grommet, and then the wire that they've given you, you got to run it from outside in, because the way this grommet is, the way it's placed is you got to go this way with it. It's, you know, it's kind of lame, but that's how they have. And then this little clip goes on the piece of metal to secure it underneath the truck, and then you kind of fish your way back. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. And there you go. The plug is in. Now we just have to go underneath the truck and zip tie it about every 6 to 8 inches along the chassis. Make sure you're out of the way of the exhaust, and just zip tie it to this loom underneath the truck, and when I get done I'll shoot a picture of that. Okay, as you can see, the grommet comes out there. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, and it clips up to the bottom under carriage part, and then it goes, and it's just zip tied along that harness, and it goes all the way over to the back, and zip tied about every 6 to 8 inches, and then it plugs into this little cord right there. That guy, zip tied up, and you're plugged in. Your wiring's all run up to the cab, and now we're just going to wire out the rest of it, and it should be done. So far it's taken me about an hour and a half. Not too bad, but I can tell you what, if I had a lift it'd be a lot easier, because I'm doing it while it's on the ground. So okay, relay pack, and this wire goes directly to the white wire, the white plug. Just got to kind of cut it back from the tape that it was on, and then you're just gonna drop it down, and let's see here, hopefully be able to get it past all this stuff. Send that through. Next time, if I ever make another video, I'll do it with a tripod. And then this connector plugs into, if I can find it, this connector. I'll get these two right here. Okay, I'm gonna do that right now. Lock, and then unlock. You gotta do it twice. Boom. That is amazing. It's amazing when you buy a kit and it actually works without any modifications. That's pretty cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and put everything back together. I'm gonna call it a day, and like I said, all you need to do is come through that firewall, line up that blue tape with the grommet right there, pull it up. The rest is just magic. You're going to go ahead and plug into that white connector. Once you button everything back up, just like factory, you won't even know. Have a good one.